Alright, so what I'd like to show you is the shortcut for doing chi-square goodness of fit. I don't know how much shorter this will be, but we'll take a look at it. The first thing we need to do is put the data into our calculator. I'm going to go ahead and use list 3 and 4 because I have some data I want stored in 1 and 2. So I'll use 3 and 4. So in my first list of choice, I'm using list 3. I'm going to put in my observed data. So 14, 12, 8, 29, 23, and brown was 20. So I went ahead, I pulled those right out of our story problem. I went in the same order that was presented, and I'm going to make sure in list 4 that I go in the same order. In list 4, I want to record my expected numbers. We calculated those. 10.6, 10.6, 10.6, we had 21.2, 21.2, 31.8. Again, notice I'm going in the same order on both lists. All right, now that my information is in, I'm going to go back to my stat menu. We are doing a test. I'm going to circle around the back for this one. You'll notice my TI-84 Plus Silver has 2 chi-square tests. Some of the older models do not have this shortcut, this goodness of fit test. So just be warned on that one. So again, we're doing a goodness of fit, so that's the GOF test. And you'll notice there's a place for me to input my observed and my expected. Now I put my observed in list 3. I put my expected in list 4. And there's a place for my degrees of freedom. We calculated that. Remember, it was the number of cells or the number of colors minus 1. So that's how we got 5. And I will select calculate. You'll notice our chi-square statistic is here, 9.31. Same thing we got by hand. And there's our p-value, 0.097. Same thing we got earlier with our calculator. And again, reminder of our degrees of freedom. And then this is interesting. If you look closely, this first value, 1.09, that's what we got when we did chi-square just for the very first, the blue M&Ms. If we use the over arrow keys, it's got quite the long decimal, then we see another one, 0.18. That's what we got when we did the orange M&Ms. So interesting, it will tell us all the individual components. We oftentimes won't need those, but they're there. So again, there's our chi-square, our p, our degrees of freedom. So that's your shortcut for chi-square goodness of fit.